Is it okay now, voice? Voice, is it okay now, ma? Can you hear me, everyone? Yes. No. Okay. Good morning, everyone, once again. So let's start our class. It's already late. Okay. Let's start the class, sir. I think yesterday we discussed something CRUD application. Where is this CRUD application? Where is it? Yeah. Okay. Let's repeat what we discussed yesterday. Okay. I'm gonna repeat it everything, sir. Let's repeat it how we did this CRUD and all. Okay. Not good. Hmm. So we started like this, sir. Everyone, focus here. His voice is okay or is it too low, sir? Okay, just a minute. Okay. What about the voice now? Can you hear me? The voice now? Yeah. I hope this voice is fine. Yeah. Good. Okay. Let's go here one more, sir. Sir, we started first backend. Backend, we started backend and DB with using something called JSON server. And in the JSON server, what I did, JSON server, I did something called npm install -g JSON server. And we created one folder named backend. And inside that, we created a file db.json, and in the db.json I mentioned movies id title id, like some database I mentioned, and then I run the db.json by using json server db.json watch. I run it using json server db.json watch, sir. Once I started, I created front end using something called wit. After this, okay, we did to get to CRUD. CRUD means create. Create I did using something called post. Post will take URL and data. Just URL and data. And get will take to read the data. We used something called get. Get. Get will take only URL. To update, to delete it, we took something called delete. In the delete, we did a URL with id, and to put create, read, delete, update we did put. Put for put we did URL with id and post data, sir, or some data to post. So these are the things we have discussed, sir. Let's run your application once and then we'll make it more interactive today. Okay. Now I'm gonna explain you one more time. I know that yesterday we did everything, but still I'm gonna do it like one more time. Now go here. Run the backend cd projects cd backend JSON server db.json dash dash watch. Now see, now the backend is trying to run and I'm having two endpoints. One is movie ka endpoint, movies ka endpoint, one is books ka endpoint. And here in the CRUD application, what I'm going to do, I'm going to load npm run dev. So npm run dev will do the CRUD application, sir, exactly. Okay. Let's go here. Let's go here. Now, sir, here what is happening it when I am updating it? Okay, sir, you all understand already post, get, delete easily, but update you have to focus on, ma'am. Okay, whenever you are not understanding something, go with reverse method. Okay, so where exactly the update method is there in the movies? In movies, if someone clicks this pencil icon, automatically what will happen? It will go to the edit movie. And in the edit movie, what will happen, sir? In the edit movie, they updated something called selected movie. So that means selected movie value will become whatever the movie we selected, we clicked. So automatically, whatever the movie we clicked, that movie ka data will be in the selected movie then. Okay, ID, title and all. And at the same time, it will open the form. Open form is coming from movie context and it will make the form open. And then if the open form is true, in the form, whenever I'm calling the form, it will become is open, form open will become true. So form will be opened, sir. And a movie also, whatever the movie I selected, it will be there here. And I will go here and in the form opened and in the use effect, if use effect means whenever form opened, immediately it should happen. Okay. After the form comes, it should happen something. Okay. Now, how do I do? Okay. Now, how do I do, sir? uh, I will take all the movie details, whatever I got it, if the movie is there, and I will fill that form. I will fill that form. Also, that means by default populate the values. Okay, by default populate the values. Then after I populated the values, after I populated the values here, I will go down and here I will enter a form. In the form, on every element, I made a some change. The moment you change it, sir, it will go to here and it will do the form change and form data will be updated. Once the whole form data is updated, sir, and those form data will be submitted when you click on submit button. And once you click on submit button, it will go to handle submit. And in the handle submit, it will go to handle post. And again, I'm going into movie context where handle post is there. In the handle post, if the movie is existed already, whatever the movie details he is entering it, it will check it like is the movie existed or not. If the movie is already existed, ma, then it will not do anything. If the movie is existed, only the existed movie details it will do put. If the movie is not existed, it will do post. See, any doubt, sir? Any doubt, sir? Any doubts, ma, till now? Just a minute. Hello. Sir, చెప్పండి. అవుతుంది కదా సార్, అవుతుంది సార్. నేను నన్ను రికార్డింగ్ పెట్టుకున్నాను సెపరేట్గా. వీళ్ళు క్లౌడ్ రికార్డింగ్ ఉంటుంది కదా. డైలీ క్లాస్ తీసేసుకుంటున్నాను. రికార్డ్ ఆప్షన్ ఏం లేదు. ఆల్రెడీ పాజ్ రికార్డింగ్ అని ఉందంటే ఐ మీన్ ఆల్రెడీ రికార్డ్ అవుతుంది. సరే సార్, సరే వాళ్ళకి ఆన్లైన్ నుంచి చెప్పారు కదా. ఓకే సార్, ఉంటాను సార్. Okay. Now, anyone have any doubts in this regard, sir? Anyone have any doubts in this regard, sir? Till now, anyone have any doubts, ma? Okay, I hope no. Okay. Sir, again, I'm telling you, understand how did I created the backend. I created the backend using JSON server. I created something called db.json and I just filled the data. That's it. Okay. JSON server connection, how did you do? We don't do any connection thing. Actually, JSON server will give you endpoint. See this endpoint, and this endpoint you will give it. In reality, what will happen, sir? Reality API will be there. API endpoint will be given to the front end. Front end cannot connect to backend directly. Front end will connect to backend only by API. So here this backend will this JSON server create something called API link, a local host movies, and that endpoint I added in this program, React program. Okay, so you need some endpoint every time whenever you are connecting it, sir. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna show you every time every command. I did it command like npm install -g JSON server, and automatically JSON server is installed, sir, in globally. Second point, I will go to this backend folder. I will go to this backend folder and I create something called db.json. In that, I only filled movies means something, books means something. In this array, you can give actually whatever the data you like it. Okay. For example, here in this books, if I give it something like ID 25 through 555, and here title book 1, book 1. And now similarly, what if I have two books here? Control C and Control V. Here I will have something called book 2. Let's go here. Let's write it here. JSON server db.json watch. Then I will get the books endpoint. If I go here, I can see the data. Right? Is everyone clear, sir? Good. Now, let me explain you some things which were important. Okay. See, we created the new backend real time scenarios, in time scenarios, real time scenarios, we
Recording
it's
in
like there are so
progress.
many other are there, but these two are very 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 common. It's like every application will have this. First one, authentication. Authentication means like we will log in. Okay, first one for authentication, login, sign up, this logic we need backend. Okay, second one, second one is for data crud. This is what we did. We did a crud. Okay, so what if I need one backend, sir? I need one backend for authentication, or I need one backend for CRUD, one database for CRUD. So you don't need to. You can choose different backend. You can choose. You can choose Node Express or Python or Python or Java. Many packages are there, but but you can also choose. You can also choose Bash. Bash means backend as a service. Backend as a service, sir. Backend as a service means you don't need to write the backend. Automatically backend will be provided by them and you will just use it. Is it clear, ma? You don't write it, you will just use it. When the backend people give backend everything, they will only provide you. They will give you directly link. You will just use them for front end. Backend, you don't need to write a single code. If you use any bash, automatically bash can be connected into your program and it can be used directly. Is my voice audible? Hello? Is my voice audible? Yes. Okay. Before we discuss more into bash, sir, a short notice which I have to mention it to everyone. A short notice. Uh, we will have after today, after today, we are gonna have our next class on Monday. Okay. This time it's like some issues. Okay, some real technical issues like I have to deal. It's like tomorrow, day after tomorrow, like the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the class may not be there. Again we will continue after today, like the class is not over now. Like once the class is over, like again we will have our next class on Monday, sir, which I will mention in the Telegram and the classroom also again, and I'm just gonna give you a heads up. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Okay, now next, let's start here. BAS, which is backend as a service. There are so many BAS providers, sir. There are so many BAS providers. BAS providers like like Firebase, Supabase, or AppRite, etc. Okay. Yeah, last time also I said it like, but I had later some classes. I took the classes. It's a communication, so there is no like this time there won't be any communication gap. This time it's fixed that the next 3 days gonna be leave. We will have our continuous classes like Monday one. Don't worry about it. Okay, now let's see what are these BAS products. Let me go here. Any one BAS products are here. Here, let's go here. Now, if you see here, sir, uh, fire, uh, Firebase, Firebase, Supabase. Supabase is an alternative for Firebase or AppWrite. So how these things work, sir? For example, let's see. Let me show you one by one. For example, if I go to AppWrite, so AppWrite is in a one application. One if you install the AppWrite one, see it is only providing you the authorization. If you want login, if you want log out, if you want sign in with some kind of email and password, if you want some kind of phone SMS login, or if you want some kind of passwordless login, if you want it Google login, if you want GitHub login, anything the AppWrite only will provide you. Database, if you want, it will only provide you. You don't need to do anything. It will only give you the URL. It will only create the API, give you the URL, and it will give you one space also. In that space, you can mention it yourself, sir. Okay, that is what the AppWrite works. But the only problem is AppWrite will comes with a pay. You need to pay for initially for smaller application. It's free of cost. See, until 2 GB of data, it is free of cost. Like for example, today's if we want to do any CRUD application, it's free. Okay, if we want it more and more project, it's like for $15 per month. Same way Supabase also. Supabase is actually more than Firebase. It will give you open source alternative for Firebase. That means it will give you multiple databases, and at the same time it will give you less cost than the Firebase. If I go here, this one, see, most of the applications will give you free of cost. See, it is also completely free of cost, unlimited API requests. But if your project is increasing, like if per month you will have like 1 lakh monthly active users, that is actually not a great case. See, 50,000 users, it is free. If you build an application, you want one backend and you want one database which is free of cost, and you don't want to focus more on how to build the backend and all, you can use Supabase, which is 100% free and up to 50,000 users. Come on, how you will get it like 50,000 users immediately, right? To get it 50,000 users, your revenue also will increase. And at that time, you can take the premium. Okay. So it's not a bad one. It will give you until the some nice space and all. 5 GB bandwidth it is giving, 1 GB storage it is giving it. Okay, so it will be enough. But go here, Firebase. Firebase is a Google product. Firebase is a Google product. Now, how to do Firebase, sir? Sir, understand step by step. Again, I am explaining you this time. I want you to understand step by step Firebase. Okay, step by step. Now, first go to Firebase. Okay, go to Firebase, and here go to console. Here I am logged in already. Here I am logged in. That's why I got console. Here you will get sign up, sign in kind of one. Let me show you in incognito. You will understand it. Firebase.google.com. If we open it, see here. Here, see, I'm getting it something sign in. If I go to click on console, it will ask me please sign up on. For me, already signed in. Okay. So it will click and it will go to console, sir. It will go to console. Now in the console, sir, create a new project. Create a new project. Let me name it a project React 7. React 7. Now, now, okay. I think I need to delete the previous ones because so many are there. How to delete it? I think I need to go into the folder to delete it. Anyway, I will create it demo. Now here, React 7, and I created it, React 7, and I opened it. Next step, I don't want any analytics, sir. If you click on it also, nothing will happen. Google will provide you basic analytics. I don't want my website to have any analytics. Just click here. Project will be created, sir. Sir, what are the steps? Google console, login. So Firebase console, login, and you will click create project and you will enter the name and disable the analytics and click yes, sir. Till now, any doubts, ma? Sir, till now, any doubts, sir? Online, till now, any doubts, sir? Okay, I hope no, sir. Yeah. Now let's go. Let's go more. Click here, continue. In the continue, sir. In the continue. Now see, this is the screen. See, this is the screen. If you want to start, sir, I want to create an Android application, but I don't know any backend, sir. I want only front end. Then go with here Android and use Firebase. If you are creating iOS application, iOS. If you are creating any website or web application, web. I am creating website. So I will click here web, sir. And here you have to give name. This name is actually important. This name is very, very important. And now I am giving it here React 7 login. And if you want it hosting also in Firebase only, you can have it, sir. I am not having, I don't like to host it in Firebase. I will host it in Netlify. Register app. And then see, can you see this, sir? These things were important. So copy this all. These are my API keys for Firebase. I will paste it somewhere. These are my Firebase API. Okay. So see my API key, my domain and all things. You need to store it, sir, every time. So npm, the next, okay. Now app is created. Once an app is created, go here, build, go here, build. When you are building it, see, if you want database, if you want app checking, if you want security, if you want storage, if you want hosting, if you want machine learning, anything. I want authentication. I want authentication. In authentication also, authentication, get started. Get started. Sir, anything is there here, sir? In authentication, anything is there? Anyone is there, sir? No. Go here, sign in method. Now, which type of authentication you want? Which type of authentications you want? Sir, I want authentication, email ID, email and password. Passwordless sign in means only one URL will come and you will log in. I want it email or password. Okay. If you want Google authentication also, you have to select it here, Google also. Okay. I am taking it only email password. That means user will enter email and password and automatically those details will be entered here. Okay. Okay. Now, then it will be added. Okay. How to add this into your application? I will tell you now. Now, before this, most of the people have doubt with this. Authentication versus authorization. First of all, what is authentication? Authentication authentication will check whether he is a valid user or not. Authentication will check whether he is a valid user or not. For example, sir, for example, imagine one place is there. Okay, like school is there, one school is there. So anyone who is coming into school, everyone will have ID. The teacher will have ID. Okay, or student will have ID. Everyone will have it. Okay, and everyone will show this ID. Then only they will understand it, like this person belongs to this particular school, and then only they will be entered. But once they enter, there will be some places where only teachers go. The students will not go to that, right? So that kind of things need authorization. So authentication will tell it like only if that guys are, are whether eligible or not. If you go to any one particular place, sir, for any place, if you went, okay, you went to one place, like for example, I logged in. Okay, I want a login. You log in means you must be signed up. You must be already registered user. already registered user. If I'm not a registered user, it will not log in. It will say your email and password are not registered, or this email is not exist, or they are wrong. Something will say na. That means this login will check it like whether my details are in the database or not. Are in my database or not. Like it will check you. It will check who you are. Okay. It will check who you are. Check who you are. But authorization, authorization, authorization means whether you are eligible to do that or not. Okay. Authorization means whether you are eligible to do that or not. It will check, it will check what you can do. So, for example, one application is there. In one application, students management is there. Okay, in this application, teachers were there. Okay, and students are there, and admin is there. So admin can remove. See, now everyone needs to log in, right or not? Everyone will log in. Teacher will log in, student will log in, and admin also will log in. When they are logging, those details has to be authenticated. Okay, only if their email ID and all registered, then only they will go into the site. Once they are into site, sir, admin can delete a student and add a student, or delete a teacher or add a teacher. But teacher cannot delete admin, right or not? Teacher cannot delete the headmaster. Then teacher can delete or something student. Student cannot delete teacher, or student cannot delete the admin also. Student only can see the data. This is how usually typical applications works, right? So that means what are their role? Their role based authentication, people also will say that. Okay, based on their role, that is called authorization. That is called authorization. Is it clear, sir, till now? Sir, till now, is it clear, sir? Good. Now let's start our application, sir. Let's do some simple application here. CD CRUD, CD, no, Firebase, npm create at the rate with, huh? No, I think npm create with at the rate latest. With at the rate latest. Yes, I am right. Now I'm making it as Firebase. React, JavaScript. Now cd Firebase and npm install after this. Okay, sir, in the meanwhile I'm repeating one more time. Authentication will tell you whether you are eligible user or not. If I'm entering it, whether my mail id is available or not, my mail id is already registered or not, is login can be done or not. That is what authentication. Once I'm logged in, what kind of operations I can do, whether I'm eligible to do something or not, those kind of things are called authorization. For example, you all will log in Naresh IT for some courses. Can you delete that course? No. You can only change, you can only see it. Can you change the course content? No. Admin will change the course content, or the instructors will change the course content. Those people also will log in the same way as like username and password only, but their username will have it some kind of authorization. Okay, I hope it's clear. But anyway, when we are going more and more further, you will understand it. Now here, go to the one Firebase. Now here, src app. Now here, let's start, sir. Npm run. Now here refce npm run dev, which will run our application. Okay, now my application ran, sir, and it will open it here, an empty one. I know that. So now in this, let's install more and more. Quickly, npm install Firebase Axios. Oh, I need to go to that project now. cd projects, cd Firebase. I need to install Firebase. Npm install for Supabase for app you can install, sir. Okay, so I'm installing it, something called Firebase, and I'm installing Axios also. Now I'm not doing it any CRUD application, but in future I'm gonna do CRUD application with the Firebase. Okay, sir, RAFCE will not work for everyone. Why it is working it for me? Because I have something extension here. Okay, I have one extension named something React ES7 kind of extension. This one, see, ES7 React Redux something Rodrigo Govardel does. Because I have it, RAFCE is working. For you, RAFCE may not work. Okay, please install that extension and then it will work. Okay, so I'm installing this Firebase and Axios, sir. And at the same time, in this application, I'm gonna create a new file. Okay, let's do it quickly. Firebase.jsx. In this Firebase.jsx, I'm gonna write it here. Go here. Where is this? I stored somewhere. This one. Control C, Control V. So this is called Firebase config, sir. So I just stored one file named Firebase and I just stored my API key and all. Okay. I stored my API key and all, ma. Okay. You can check it here. Only the problem here is, instead of doing this here, we will do small changes here. Understand it? Import Firebase. I'm gonna import the Firebase from Firebase /app. Okay, and import Firebase /auth. Authorization will be imported. If you want Firebase Web Store also, you can install Firebase Web Store also, but I'm taking it only two things, Firebase auth and Firebase. And here I want to initialize it. Firebase dot initialize the Firebase config. Sir, you can take my code. In this code, only change your API key and all, so that automatically initialization will be done, sir. Okay. Now I'm exporting it. This is very important. You have to export the authorization. Export authorization something const auth equals to whatever the Firebase installed. This Firebase dot authorization. Like this is all connecting. Using this one, it will connect your application into the cloud Firebase, sir. Export const Firebase. Now here I am not using any other thing. I am using first authorization only. First one we will do authorization. Second one will do data types. Okay. Now go here down. Now one more time. See, I just imported Firebase and I just write config and I just initialize it and I just did this authorization. It is same for any application who uses Firebase. Okay. Any application who uses Firebase, sir, will just import the Firebase. We'll just write it import Firebase auth. We'll just take the API keys and we'll just write Firebase initialization thing and we'll write Firebase auth. This is like basic thing. Now I'm gonna create it some login form and sign up form and I'm gonna log in and sign up here. Okay. Okay. Till now any doubt, sir? Till now any doubt, sir? Okay, now I hope no doubts. Let's go here. Let's create two components. Login dot JSX and and sign up dot JSX. Sir, sign up means registration, sir. Log out, login means login, sir. Okay. So first we'll do sign up, REFCE, and we'll go to app. In the app, I will write it here, sign up. So whatever I write it in the sign up will come in the app, sir. Okay. Is it clear, ma? Okay. So let's do H1 authentication. Sir, I'm gonna create it quickly a form and I'm gonna show you this sign up process. Okay, just understand it, sir. Without importing of an app ID, can we write it, sir? I didn't understand. What does it mean by app ID without importing? You mean this app, this one? You need to write this Firebase and all. Okay. Without that Firebase, how the Firebase will work? Now here, I'm gonna write it a simple logic inside this const email, comma, set email. Only email and password I'm taking it. Use state, and I'm gonna write it here an empty email. Same const password, comma, set password equals to use state, initially empty password, and I'm gonna import the use state here. And inside this, I'm gonna create a form, sir. If anyone enter any details, it will automatically come here. Now input email, automatically email will come. And in this email, sir, I'm gonna write it here simply placeholder, enter email, and in this value will be whatever the email you did, value email, and on change, the moment someone is changing it, on change, or whenever someone changed it, it will take it the e value and it will write it here set email, e dot target dot value. This is how we did it our first applications. Set dot target dot value. So automatically, whenever you write it, that value will be inserted into the email, sir. Okay, that value will be inserted into the email automatically. See, now same thing I'm gonna do it for PR. Sorry, PR, PR, and same thing I'm gonna do it for password also. Control C, Control V. Here type is password. Enter password, and here value password, and here e dot set password. Now here click a button, submit. Now here one button will come, which is a submit button. Okay, a basic submit button here. On click, on click. Whenever I'm submitting the button, what will happen, sir? Now this is interesting point. Whenever you are submitting it, I want you to go to the sign up, right? Now here handle sign up. Go here, go up. Let's write it here. What is this? Braces here. Go up here, write it. This is interesting, sir. Everyone focus here now. Like basically, Firebase is very easy. It have default methods. Okay, I'm doing it a sign up logic. Now I'm gonna use the Firebase in the sign up logic, sir. This one is very, very important. Okay, so I'm gonna write it an asynchronous function here, and inside this, I'm gonna write try catch blocks, because if any errors happen, I'm gonna write it in catch. If while registering it, if any error happens, like network error or something, it will come here. Console.log, console.log error, catch the error, console.log error plus error. Now in the try, sir, you don't need to do anything, sir. Very simple. You don't need to do anything. All you need to do is await. First, import the authorization. Import the Firebase authorization. Import auth. Already you exported there, na? Auth. You exported something from Firebase auth. Huh? Why from Firebase auth? I exported it here, right? Huh? I exported, na? Okay, which is a small auth. Import auth from Firebase. This one, and await auth dot. Here you need to write it one method for sign up, sir. Sir, this is important. Already by default you will have methods in sign up, sir. Okay, sir, why I'm using it asynchronous function, sir? Because this functions will give it promises. Okay, and it has to be async await only, na? If you want other choice, you will go with promise dot then. Okay, now here I will go with auth dot create user, create user with email and password. Sir, this one you are not creating it. Already one method is there. Already one method is there. For that method, you are just passing the email and password. Email, comma, password. Go here. Why this form is not appearing it? Control C. Why? No, no. npm run dev. Now it is showing it here. I think somewhere it got stuck. Inspect. console, and it is showing it like Firebase app.js does not provide an export named default. Export default. Export default Firebase config. Now, is there any other things here, problems? The requested modules Firebase app.js does not provide the default. Okay. Attempting initialization. What does it mean? Okay, I think maybe the problem is here. It is not able to take Firebase auth. Okay, this Firebase auth, it is not able to take it. Import auth from Firebase slash auth. Authorization. Why it is not showing it? Import Firebase slash auth slash auth only. Now it should take it. It should take Control X. Let's go here. Let's do this Firebase dot auth. Refresh it. Is the error is same? That means is the error is not regarding it. What is the error is regarding it? Import Firebase from Firebase app. Is the Firebase has to be in this? Import Firebase from Firebase app. Hmm. Go here. Where is this product? Go to the top. Here, let's directly take the initialize app only then. Control X. Go here. or the ones who suggested in the online Sheetal, I already did that all. Okay. Import the Firebase auth, import Firebase from Firebase app only is not working it here. Okay. Yeah, we'll check into it. Okay. But in the next classes anyway, we are going to do Firebase only next onwards every project. Now, in this particular 3-4 days, sir, I will give you a set of assignments in the group. I will mention in the group some set of assignments. Please try to do them. Okay. I will mention what projects you need to do. You can try those projects, and in case if you get it any doubts also, you can mention in the group what kind of problems you are facing it. So I will be available in the groups evening time. Okay. But it's like if you have doubts, you can ask it. Okay. The next class gonna be on Monday. Is it clear, ma? We will initialize the Firebase one more time in the Monday. Okay. Yeah. Any doubts till now? Any doubts, sir? Online, is it clear? Yeah. If any doubts is there, you can mention it, sir. Now the course gonna take it like another 2 weeks from Monday. Okay. I will update the classroom. Yeah. Thank you all.